Good morning, good people and bad people. Hey, Ghana, there are bad people out there. But why long they just hate everything about anything without a reason. Kurumoto no pitela hate affair. So little nagal dumidis, good morning. Anyway, what you get to confirm something selling what I've been actually tracking in my life. Only this thing okay, as human beings, the process of how we create our lives, basically we use our thought, our beliefs, like the belief system like, for instance, example belief system like what you believe about money is predominantly governed by the experiences you felt around money when you're growing up. Like, for instance, if maybe or if your parents used to fight a lot about money, as an innocent child, what you do is, because you see your parents as like your gods, or like they represent purity, or a sense of like our mistake. So you always impute blame on, like you would put the blame on the money instead of them, as a child, because like that's where obviously you expect your love, your care and everything else as a child. So you start forming beliefs around money, or money makes my people or my gods fight, so money is not good, or like money, you have been told things about money before you even formed your own opinion about money. You've been told. So I'm talking about those type of, like, your beliefs, they were formed as you were growing up. Did you know, like a child from the age of 0 to 7 years, that's where your beliefs, your anchoring beliefs about life are generally formed. And unfortunately, we are not taught how to reprogram ourselves from certain beliefs that we pick up as we grow up. And then, I was saying that's belief number one. And then your thoughts, like what you think about, like the things that you think about, like your thought pattern is also contributing to what's creating your reality. And then there's also your words. Words, I'll actually make a topic about each of them, each of these things that I'm talking about. And the words, like your words that you speak regarding certain things, whatever you say about money, for instance, whatever you say about people who've got money, that words basically anchor your thoughts and beliefs. They translate them into your reality. And there's something quite interesting about words. Words are a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. If you think about it, I'm speaking to you, ne? I'm translating something that I intend to communicate to you. It's through a vocal cords, which produce sound. And then now, because of the words come from my thinking, and then they translate into sound, which is semi-real, or rather it's real in a sense that you can hear it, but you can't touch it. You can feel it, you can hear it, so it's getting there. And then when it touches you, when my words touches you, or they touch your ears translate them, and then they make you act or react in a certain way. That's how spiritual words, or how spiritually human words are. They combine the spiritual and the physical in that way. So that's number 3 again. That's words. And then there's also emotion. So your words produce a certain reality, and then that reality kickstarts through your thoughts. They kickstart certain emotions in you. Tomorrow you feel a certain way because of these words, or these thoughts, these beliefs that are happening, and then the actions or the reactions that and then you start feeling these emotions, man. And then emotions basically stands for energy in motion. Energy in motion causes action, and then now your actions now come as a result of all these things that are happening. So I was thinking to myself, it becomes a bit tricky when you are born into like a religion, or like you have been conditioned in a certain way from the perspective God sees things like this, or you must do things like this according to God, and so on. because there's something very dynamic about when you start involving God, when you speak into children or humans, the subconscious meaning like the little child in you, or like the actual person in charge of your actions, opens up and listens. You know, your subconscious does not have the ability to resist information. It picks up everything around. Your conscious mind, like you focus your energy, you focus your attention on the rest of what you are experiencing. And then attention, on the other hand, is like the currency we use in life. Like attention basically is like the way to show the universe or the creator, this is where you want where you are taking your energy to, and where attention goes, energy flows. You see, that's why sometimes you can face certain challenges, but if you don't give them attention or energy, they've got a way of resolving themselves out of your frequency. You know, I know that's dangerous for me to say at this level without taking it further, but I'm just making a point, you know, of like certain things that we use without awareness, and we end up creating our lives without, you know, being aware of what we are actually doing. Because you can be conscious of something, you can be conscious or I shouldn't be doing this, but because of the conditionings, because of the beliefs, because of, you know, the underlying subconscious things that are actually directing you, you are able to even go beyond logic or go beyond you know, foolishness in doing certain things. You know, yeah, those are some of the things. And now I was thinking about my life. You know, there's so many things. I had to like look and introspect myself to say, Mara, what is influencing my behavior, or what is preventing me from reaching certain goals? Unfortunately, with religion and some of these things, they sugarcoat the opportunity to learn. With your ignorance is covered through belief. Like, what I mean is, you know, when you believe something and when you know something, those are two different things, you know. There was this thing, like if you were to ask somebody, if you needed somebody to drive you to the airport, like now, and then you've got two people, and then one says, I believe I can drive, and then the other one says, I know I can drive. Obviously, you'll go for the guy who says, I know I can drive, because now belief has a certain degree of ignorance, you know, that guides, or rather protects a person from really going deeper and dealing with the issues that are affecting their lives. And what the religion generally does, it gives you that comfort in ignorance. And when you start going deeper now, or rather trying to figure out what is preventing me from reaching my biggest goals or my desired goals, what is this that's stopping me, Mara? You know, and you start asking questions. You start asking questions about your life, and when you start asking questions, that's when you start igniting certain lights in your life. Because when you start asking questions, you get directed to certain answers that give you light. And when you get light, it illuminates the room. Like, imagine if you are in a dark room, and then you keep on tripping on this thing, and you start wondering, what is this thing now? And then you get an opportunity for somebody to give you a candle or a light to show you what is this thing. And then you as you keep on moving, you start shining the light in the room now. And then you find the switch, and then you switch on the light of the room. And then you see, this room is full of spider webs, like when a lady no hamofats, and there's snakes, you know, they are things that are just making your life uncomfortable in that room. But now what that has done is, through your questioning, you have come to a level of awareness, you know, and that awareness creates what you call your problems, because now you are actually now seeing your problems, you know, in manifested form, unlike now assuming or feeling. Anyway, I'll go to the next one. I see our time is up. I'll carry on. Ciao.